Don't worry, I'm with the furniture department. We're all good here. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters.
Good evening.
And especially guests, thank you for coming this evening. So we are going to be interacting with a live call scenario. We did a cold call a couple weeks ago, and we're going to be moving into the second stage. So for the few of you that were not here during our live call scenario, what we did is we interacted a cold call, and we took everybody in the room, and I went around and we did a live cold call with every single individual, and then we talked about it a little bit so that everybody could understand the process and the mind frame of a cold caller and what you're trying to achieve and how quick you can go through the phone and how quick you can talk to people and what you're trying to get to. So today what we're going to do is we're going to move a little bit further. We're going to take the same scenario. We're going to be talking about the same thing, which last time it was real estate investments for the last people that weren't here, the last few that weren't here. And we're going to be moving through the cold call portion, and then what's the next stage? That's really where we're at, is what's the next stage for this, and that's the inside sales process. So we're just going to take the cold call a little bit further and the second stage, and then we're going to wrap it up with a third stage at a later point in time. We'll conclude this as a three-stage process so that y'all understand the cold call, the inside sales call, and then finally the close for this particular type of scenario. So today we're going to be doing a live call scenario with Tracy, is going to be my person to help me this evening. So Tracy can come on up actually. If that's okay with you, Tracy. She's got her gloves on. Thank you very much. So we're just going to be ringing, and I'm just going to be talking, and we're just going to kind of go from there. This isn't rehearsed, and that's the best part because it's going to be good. Ring, ring, and I'm going to introduce myself, and then you can respond, okay? Ring, ring. Hi, my name is Bryan Thompson. I was actually trying to reach Tracy.
This is she.
Hey, Tracy. Again, like I said, my name is Bryan Thompson. I'm actually giving you a call kind of out of the blue this morning. And the reason for the call is that I work in real estate with actually a group of real estate investors. And they were looking to purchase a few additional properties kind of around your zip code. I just wanted to give you a call and see if you had thought about possibly selling your home recently.
What agency did you say you were with?
I'm with an investment group called All Cash Texas Home Buyers.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. So you thinking about selling your home?
Maybe, yeah.
Maybe?
I have some thoughts there, yes.
Some thoughts there? How long have you been thinking about it?
About last 6 months.
Last 6 months?
Yes.
Okay. Has there been any reason you haven't pulled the trigger so far?
Just haven't found all the pieces don't fit yet.
Okay. Well, what pieces are those? Have you talked to a realtor, or is there something maybe wrong with the property that needs to be fixed to bring it up to market so that you can work with a realtor?
No, we're actually empty nesters now.
Okay.
And we're just not quite ready to go yet.
Okay.
We want to downsize, and we're just not quite ready.
And so, you're not quite ready. Do you think that it would be something you would be interested in here in maybe the next 30, 60, 90 days or 6 months?
Maybe another 6 months.
Maybe another 6 months?
Yes.
Okay. Could you possibly tell me a little bit about the property, just so I can kind of get a feel for maybe if this would be a good fit for you and also a good fit for me as well? Would that be okay?
Sure.
Okay. So do you still have a mortgage on the property?
No, the home is paid for.
Okay, home is paid for. Okay, great. Have you done any remodeling recently? You know, I know there was a hailstorm just a couple of years ago. A lot of people are getting roofs. Have you done anything like that?
No, we have an outdoor kitchen in the back now.
Okay, outdoor kitchen in the back.
Yes.
Have you done any updating with the kitchen or the bathroom over the last couple of years?
Yes.
You have?
Yes.
Okay.
There's been some new plumbing and 2 new toilets that we installed.
Okay, 2 new toilets.
Yes.
Okay, so you've done some plumbing, and you should do some kitchen work as well?
No, kitchen is all still original.
Okay. If you have any additional things that maybe need to be fixed or brought up to market to get it listed on the MLS to possibly sell that you know of?
There could possibly be some foundation issues.
Oh, there could. That's a big one, folks.
I heard about that one.
Gold. That's the big one. Foundation issues. I hear that a lot. It depends on where you're at in San Antonio, but a lot of people have foundation issues. A lot of times people don't soak maybe around the concrete, and if for whatever reason you have a shift and something like that. So have you had anybody come out and actually take a look at it, give you any estimates on it or anything?
Oh, heavens No, I'm afraid.
Okay.
No.
Okay. Okay. Well, if you have, if you do have foundation issues, right, and then it could be quite expensive as well. And sometimes when you go through the natural or normal tradition of selling your property through a real estate agent, you're going to have to fix that foundation issue. And it could cost you maybe a couple $1,000, it could be $10,000, depends on the extent of the damage. Now, sometimes people don't want to fork out that money, up front, and then pay for real estate commissions, pay for inspections and appraisals and closing costs. Now, us as an investment group, what we do is we pay all cash. So we come out, we take a look at the property, we assess the damage, we get some people to come out, get a little bid on what's going on with the property, the foundation, so that we have a number. And then 24 hours after coming to your house and looking at it, we'll give you an all-cash offer, and we can close in as little as 7 days, and we also take care of the closing costs. Okay, so that's kind of how we work. Do you think that that might be something that, when you're talking about the foundation, I feel like that might be one of the reasons you haven't moved yet? Is that one of them?
It could be. It could be.
Okay.
Yes.
So do you think that maybe if we set an appointment, come out, take a look at the property, and it's no obligation to you, and then you get that offer, that you can discuss it with your family, and that way you kind of have an all-cash offer and know exactly what it's going to cost. And then if you want, you could call a concrete guy or a foundation specialist to come out and give you a separate bid, which I always recommend getting 3 bids. But then that way, when you have the bid, I have my own personal guy, right, that gives me a bid, but you'll have an idea, okay, I have an all-cash offer right here. This is what I can give for the property in 7 days, okay? Or I can go ahead and I can fix the property with whatever price tag the foundation repairs and then pay all the commissions and stuff like that. And having those two, do you think that might help, to make the decision process?
Well, okay, Brian, everything was going okay till you said you were going to give me cash.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to give me cash and take the house off of my hands?
Yes, that's correct.
And what agency did you say you were with again?
We're a local company, Texas All Cash Home Buyers.
Okay.
I get this a lot. Yes, we will pay all cash.
All cash.
All cash. That's right.
Okay.
It'll be closed through a title company. It's all just the regular, normal channels, so it's all legit.
Okay.
Now I know that might not be everything you need to feel confident to move forward, but as we move through this process, the first thing to do is just get the number, and then that way you have something to look at, you can reflect upon, and then also talk to your family about. And if you decide you want to move forward, and you'd like to learn a little bit more about the process or what the next step is, then we can kind of go from there. Does that sound good?
Okay. I'd like to hear the information, get more information first, and then share that with my family.
Perfect. What I'll do is I'm going to set up an appointment, okay, with one of our home buying specialists to come out and view the property, and they'll give you a call a little bit later today.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Thank you. Thank Tracy, everybody. Okay, so for our live call scenario, in this particular model, we move from the cold call into kind of gathering information. What I'm doing is I'm trying to find out, does she really want to sell? What are her motivations? What is holding her back? And although I didn't really handle all of it very well, when you're doing it live, oftentimes, you're going to have hiccups along the way. And the more you present, the more you talk about this stuff, the easier it comes to you. Because everybody has something different that they're saying. Tracy's going to tell me one thing. If I go to Linda, she's going to tell me something different. If I go to Betty, she's going to tell me something different. So I've always got to be on my toes about how I'm going to move around, and I'm going to talk to these people about whatever their issues are. Now we found out that there's a foundation issue. That's a big thing when we're collecting data. I need to know, personally as a real estate investor, is this something I'm actually going to buy? And that's a big thing. It could cost a lot of money. She didn't have any roof work done. Okay, there's a huge hailstorm in 2016. A ton of people had roofs repaired over that period. And I'm wondering, gosh, am I going to have to repair a roof? Could it be $10,000? Could it be $20,000? And a foundational problem. Now, when I'm presenting her with the numbers, I'm going to come down $10,000, $20,000 for the roof, $10,000, $20,000 for the foundation, whatever those costs are. If the value of the property is $200,000, Well, I'm going to take $12,000 in real estate commissions right off the top. So, and then I'm going to present her with a number. Okay, now I know I'm throwing a lot of numbers at you, but when I'm gathering this information, I'm kind of adding that up in my head and I'm thinking, is Tracy the type of prospect that is in need of this offer? Okay, because it is going to be a lower offer. That's the only way that I'm going to be able to make any money. Is that I'm going to have to buy it low, and then I'm going to have to go in and repair this stuff, and then there's still got to be stuff on the end that I'm going to make some money off of. Because it can take anywhere from 30 days, 90 days to repair, and then it could take 30 days, 90 days, or 6 months to sell. So I'm going to be holding that property for a long period of time. And I want to make sure that it's a right fit for me, as well as for Tracy. So, and that happens with every call. Some things are more expensive, like roofs and foundations, electrical and plumbing issues. And then there's other people that have just cosmetic things that are working. They got drywall holes, that they're dealing with, or broken doors, stuff that's, cosmetic in a way that doesn't take a lot. We can go in, paint it, clean it up, do some landscape work, and move on. And that would be a really good fit, okay? So in gathering the information, I want to know, is it good for her, and is it going to be good for me? And then we'll move on from there, okay? Now I'm not sure where the time's at, but I must be like way behind.
Sorry.
Okay, there we go. I was thinking, I was feeling it, I was about 10 minutes deep, but okay. Now I know. I was actually 12 and a half minutes.
Just 11 and a half right now.
Okay. And so as we move through that process, what I have for the audience is, now we're back to 10 minutes. We're good. We got a green, we're good, 10 minutes. Now as we move through this process and we move through the cold call and then we move to the inside sales process, are there questions that pop up in your mind from either like you're a prospect, you're like Tracy, and you have questions that maybe, gosh, is this really what they ask? Is this, is there a question that maybe somebody has here that I can answer for them or clear up? Or is there a question that you have regarding my style, my approach, what I'm talking about, and why I'm talking about it? Tracy.
Should I wait for you to contact me back?
Yes, we are going to contact you back. So, because it's a hot property as far as I'm concerned, so I want to get a resolution as quick as possible. And I'll make a quick side note on that. So when somebody shows a little bit of interest, although she said 6 months, what did I do? 6 months? Okay, that just tells me she wants to sell. If she's telling me 3, 5 years from now, I don't care. I want to be out there next week giving her a bid. I want to move this up as quick as possible, just for a timeline. So I'm going to be calling you right away because I consider you a hot lead. You're thinking about selling. You have foundation issues. If I can get out there in 2 days and give you an offer, that'll be good to go, and I'll have that on the books, and you don't even have to do anything. You just have the paper in hand.
I have a question.
Either or.
Okay, I was going to say, suppose somebody already has a price that they have in mind when it sells, if they were selling. When you do that situation.
I have a lot of people that, when I talk to them over the phone, they instantly tell me what they would like for their property. And oftentimes it's way more than the property's even worth on the tax assessed value because I have that pulled up right away. Now when they tell me that, it depends on the property margin. So if it's a $150,000 home, you tell me you want $200,000, I'm probably not going to talk to you because it's going to be too big of a leap for me to get there, and you can tell me about all the wonderful things you did to your property, but still nobody's going to pay for it. So they may and they may not. Now if you have, let's say if it's a $150,000 property, you're looking to get $140,000, $130,000, $125,000. Great, I'm going to come out and meet with you as soon as possible. I want to check out the property to see if there's anything major that I have to repair, and if there's not, it's just cosmetic, that could be a done deal. So, absolutely. You find with people that have a fixed income that this is where it becomes important. For people on a fixed income who do not have the money to do any kind of foundation repairs or any repairs at all, and they are in a desperate need to sell their home and get out because it's literally crumbling down around them. I have bought houses like that. And they are just waiting for a call. And you have to call thousands of people to get those people. But when you do, it's like you've come in and you save the day, they've been waiting for years to get a call from somebody like you. They just want the money and they want to be done, so that they can move on, so. Yes? What question, Catherine?
So if you're calling me, right, you have my name and number, so then my next question would be, do you have a property value, like whatever information is public? Like when you ask people, tell me about your house, I would say it has, don't you already know?
Right. The few things that we start off with is, do you have a mortgage still on the property? Which that I don't know. What I'm looking at is Zillow. Zillow uses the tax county, property tax. So I have your property address, and Zillow is just something I click. Like right there, as soon as you tell me what the value, you want $200,000, I click on it. It's a $75,000 house. I'm like, yeah, that's a good thing. So, but we have access to an MLS, and we can find out additional information about the property. But I don't have all that right on my desktop. That's a separate part of the company. So.
What about the properties that have sold for more than, now I'm saying this from experience.
She sounds like she wants to sell her home.
No,
Do you see what's happening here?
No, I just sold some property that they told me with the real estate that it was too high. Well, I put it on my own self and I got $5,000 more than what I wanted. In my mind, I had it at a certain price, I knew I'd go down 10,000, and I got 5,000 more. But the tax assessment, it's because the other properties that were going on, they were selling much more. I mean, I was surprised.
Well, it depends what people want to buy. And if you don't
Yeah.
have any, like, I'm an
It was an
investor.
investor. It was an investor
Oh, it
that
was?
bought it.
Oh, okay.
But it had lake view, and I think that's made a difference. He liked the view.
Could be. You never know what the investor may do with the property as well.
Right.
We bought properties where we come in and tear down the house because it could be turned into commercial zoning. And, and that could be a big deal as well. So,
Yeah,
perfect.
that's what I was asking about.
We can go a little bit further. We're way in the red here, y'all. So,
We put him overtime, he's not gonna qualify a contest.
You're making phone calls. I'm getting tons of letters and cards, even with checks to offer for sale, for sale. Is that basically the same thing?
it is exactly the same thing. What people do is they generate a list based off of age and equity and property. And then they just get a person who's just calling nonstop on an automatic dialer. And they just call you and they send you letters and letters and letters. I have people screaming at me all day. Quit calling, I got 1,000 calls, I'm never gonna sell my home! I'm gonna die here! And I'm not kidding, and I give you that because that is how they are screaming in the phone. And I'll pull my earbuds out, and you could still hear in the tiny earbud them screaming, I will die in this house. And then you put it back in, you're like, thank you for your time. And that concludes our call, Ms. Tessman.
Yes, good.
Thank you, Bryan. Very